Hello Frugal Fans, this is the Frugal Gamer, and today instead of saving you cash, I'm giving you tips on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the multiplayer. Now these are my views and my views only, and hopefully found them helpful. This is the third video in the installment of the series, and now these are going to take it a little bit of a step farther. Now, the first tip I would strongly suggest is if you have a rushing team, so the group you are tends to like to rush like 3 or 4 people, go behind them and use them in a way as a bullet shield. That way, if somebody surprises like a sniper or something, or somebody's camping, you can finish them off. Now, don't use this like a dick move. A lot of people will do that. If you're in a group of 3 rushers and you were in the back the first time, maybe the next time after they get dropped, you take the front. That way you lure them out. That way it's a team effort, not you just being a jerk trying to use them as bullet shields. Now the next tip I'd like to put in there is the importance of working with others. A good team with good communication can control 50 to 75% of a map. By then you can zone off areas and each controls certain zones. That's not camping. You've got the map won, technically, because you got 75% of the map. There isn't much more place to go, and each team member is using communication to help cover each other. The next one I have is only shoot your gun if you're sure you can get the kill, because anytime you shoot your gun, you are calling attention to yourself. So make sure, even if you have the silencer, because the parabolic mic, you can be seen, you can be heard in some way or another. So only take that shot if you're sure you have it. Now my next tip is if you kill one person, be ready for another. I go in expecting it. Don't change your mag right away. And I mentioned this a little bit in a previous video. Shotgunners love to run after because they assume you're going to be changing your mag and get an easy kill. So kill one, especially then if your gun is not silenced, you're going to show up on the radar. Probably others are going to try to get you. So I use that as a call out. Sort of my, come on number 2, come and get me so I can get another kill. So I shoot them and I'm ready for them. Now, if someone dies in front of you, don't run in that same spot. Most likely there's a sniper or something sitting there waiting for you to run right through there, and there could be camping. Instead, take a different route, different direction, or go at it from a different angle so you can take them out. Don't be predictable then in this game. Clearly, that will get you killed. Try running in different directions and things. That way it throws them off. So here's a camper up here. Where's common? So I took a different route. Pop, he's gone. That's a common camping spot, which I would suggest learn those camper spots in this game, because there tend to be certain people that repeat those spots multiple times. That camper will probably repeat that same spot 3 times in the game, give you 3 easy kills. So learn those camper spots. Don't be predictable, run in multiple directions. Now, as I see here, I'm using, once again, the map to cover myself to be safe. I strongly suggest that and use cover wisely. Now you can use the boost slam in this game to get out of a bad situation or to stomp on somebody. Don't forget, you can jump down on them and daze them if you don't land directly on them and take them out. It's also good for just getting out of a situation. Boost slam down, hit them, and then shoot them. But be prepared to shoot them in case you don't land perfectly. If you're in trouble, use that very same boost to get out of the way. For example, I've been noticing more and more in the games, your opponents tend to like to try to jump over you and get you from behind. Rather than jerking up your gun, trying to shoot them on the way, and then have them possibly go behind you, mess you up while you're trying to turn around and shoot them, instead boost backwards. That way you can continue to see them the whole time, and they're always in front of you, and you can still potentially shoot them. So boosting backwards is very helpful. Now for snipers, I strongly suggest sniping crouch or prone, because it'll help reduce your idle sway of your gun and help you get those kills a little bit easier. Now the next one I find is probably one of my most important tips and least used by people. Is consider using the map more. Now everyone goes, well, everybody uses the mini-map. Sure, but consider it this way. Use the negative space of the map. When you have a good team and you see where they're at on the map, that means most likely your enemy is not in those spots. So use the negative space. Where you do not see your teammates is probably where your enemies are. So if your teammates got 35–50% of the map, you have a good hunch they're in the other section. So it allows you better flanking maneuvers and techniques and to be prepared for where they actually are. So those are just a few of the strong ones that I have to mention, but I have a few other ones that I think are absolutely essential in this game. Once again, as I said, don't be predictable. Windows are predictable spaces. So if you're going to take a window, take your hits and get out of there. I'm a big fan of hit and move. Don't shoot and stay in the same spot. I'm not a fan of campers. It's just poor play. Don't be afraid to leave and run from a situation. if you are outnumbered and you have 3 people running your way, why give them an easy kill? Go, take off, and wait until you can survive, unless you think you can take all 3 of those guys. Notice there I actually just changed my mag and I got lucky. So there's a lot of little things to this game that can help keep you alive. Another thing I do is I use grenades in non-traditional ways. I've really been finding that the sticky grenade is quite a useful tool for evasion. Now notice here I'm in a firefight. I could run in there like a fool and probably get shot because he has all the corners and areas to hide behind to protect himself. Make him work and come out on your terms. All you have to usually do is wait a little while, and they'll run out because they figure, okay, you're not going to come in after them or somebody else got you. Otherwise, I probably would have ran in there and got shot. So instead, just have a little patience. Make them come out. Now here I'm going to show you a creative use of a grenade. Notice I was hurt, but I was pretty sure somebody else was coming. So I'm going to shoot my sticky grenade and use that as time to heal. And look, there you go. There was somebody. His vest hurt him, and I was able to take him out. Otherwise, if I would just stayed there, he probably would have gotten me. Another tip I would use is depending on what exosuit you're using. If you are using the one that makes you cloaked, I often use cloak as a healing or getting away tool rather than a running in tool. Granted, I will use the cloak to run into a situation, or especially if I need to run through the center. But let's say I took a few hits. I could cloak and then use that time to heal a little bit. Or I cloak and change my mag. So those things are very important to help keep you alive. Once again, use cover as your advantage. If you find that you are having issues with your team and they're just not a good team working together, you might have to be a little bit more on your own. And notice here, watch out for those camper spots. And if that's the case, try to stick to maybe 25% of the map. And then if you die and it puts you in another area, stick to that area. Don't start running out like crazy, because chances are that means that team is locked down the map and all you're doing is being a running target for them. So depending on how well your team is how conservative or how aggressive you're going to have to play. If my team is kicking butt, I'll be very aggressive, full run and gun with an ASM-1 or whatever. But if it's a tight match, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. And if my team is getting decimated, I'm not going to be a fool and just get myself killed. I'm going to play it safe. So I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And don't forget, keep it frugal.